be dealt with there as well. The breakthrough with the promotion, but the driving out the nation is your responsibility. God will put you there, but now you got to do something about that. And what you don't deal with now will afflict and hinder you later. There are things that will be dealt with right now, or they will destroy us later. And since our battle is spiritual, hear me, those things are not your boss. We're praying against our boss. God get rid of our boss, and God ain't got rid of me in heaven. It ain't your boss. We think that, because it's spiritual, guess what? It ain't your baby mama. Ain't your baby daddy either. Ain't your husband, ain't your wife. Because I'm going to pray against them too. It ain't mom and daddy. It's not that saint that you can't stand. Because sometimes in church, sometimes people of God, they should not have this. They got somebody in church that they just cannot stand. It is not what you're fighting against. I say it again so y'all can hear me. That is not what you're fighting against. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. And this is why your prayers ain't going nowhere. Because God said you praying against the wrong thing. Ooh. We be preaching this out of here, talking about God gonna get at your enemies, and we swear it's flesh and blood. But God says we wrestle not against flesh and blood. And sometimes it's me. Sometimes it ain't that person. That person unsaved. They both act crazy. God dealing with me. And I put in this out my little thing, my little folder. I got a little pamphlet out there. Everybody in church is at the same level. I say it again. Everyone in church is not at the same level. Just because they supposed to, we do this all the time. They supposed to be saved. What does that mean? What does that mean for you? Because I'm going to tell you this, everyone has a different definition of saved. It gets quiet in this house, don't it? It gets quiet because, sometimes we let our loved ones get away with stuff we let nobody else get away with. Am I being real in this house? So sometimes I've always learned that sometimes it takes you to know somebody to understand their story. This lady, and thank God, this lady I knew somebody. She was her son was struggling with some issues. He ended up going to jail. The same thing for some chemical issues and some illegal chemical issues, right? And so he goes to jail, and she thought so many things about people who went to jail that they're just this and they're just that, they're just bad, and they're supposed to be in jail. The system is this, the system is that, until her son got locked up. And guess what happened when her son got locked up? God made her into a minister that goes to jail to preach to people. It changed her because now she saw what a mother goes through when their child is in jail. It's funny sometimes that we cannot feel someone's pain until we go through it. But if we are really people, y'all ain't heard me. If we're really some good people, sometimes you ain't got to go through what somebody's going through to feel bad for them. But sometimes if we don't do it, I'm learning to be careful about what I say. I'm learning to be careful about who I condemn, who I speak on. Because God says, sometimes you just don't understand that person's situation. And if you keep on playing, I'll get you to a point where you will be in the same situation they're in. Oh, yeah, I cried inside the house. It is true. That's our responsibility. See, but all those things, the things you can't stand, no, the things that you deal with are in you. The things that God wants you to drive out are in you. Somebody say, it's in me. It's in me. Because if you don't deal with it now, they will afflict you later on. You see, Moses said that those nations will be like barbs in your eyes and thorns in your side. And he said they would trouble you in the land. It is bad when your blessing is going to be plagued with the stress because you didn't deal with the things you need to have dealt with before. See, you can drive the best car, but if you're the same person, it ain't going to change in your life. You can be in a bigger house, you can have more money, have promotions, but if you're still the same person on the inside, you will have no happiness. One of my favorite people to watch on television is Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain has some of the best life ever. He's a multi-millionaire, he's a writer, he went around the world and did what I would love to do. Go eat and see stuff and talk to people. I would love to do that. Sounds like a good job, a good life to live, right? Guess what? He hung himself. My wife was like, how come you still watch this show and still watch him on TV? I watch on reruns. I said, I'm trying to figure out, did he give us any clue that something's going on the inside? I'm trying to figure that out. It's bothering me that I watched this man for 14 years almost and never saw one sign that something was going on the inside. And I wonder sometimes how people inside the house are that I'll preach this, I don't care if y'all don't like it or not, that sometimes we can sit by people for years and never know what's going on the inside. And they're getting blessed and they're testifying and they're saying God has done this, they moved to this level and that level, but still on the inside there's something going on because they never dealt with things. And we put things in our life to try to say, Lord, I don't want to see that. So instead of me dealing with it, I'll put something in front of it. And then when everything comes down, we're in trouble. Yeah. And y'all get mad. Y'all like me to say it, but there's some crazy saints. Yeah. You wonder why they do what they do. There's some crazy church people, y'all. Because they got used to just not dealing with something. Because if I deal with something, people don't think I got a demon. Look, you having some things you need to go talk about, some mental issues, some mental health issues, that is not the same as you being demonically possessed. You having anxiety issues, you having depression issues, you having those things, that ain't always a demon. Y'all don't want to hear that one. No, why we want to be a demon? Because we want easy stuff. Because if it's a demon, I can go to the altar, let Pastor pray for me. That's what we want. We want that, but we don't want to have to sit right, have to go back home and deal with that there's somebody touched me who shouldn't have touched me. That you know, can I be real? I said this before, we all talk what people do to us. That some of us dealing with some stuff that we did to somebody else. And that we ain't forgave ourselves yet. And that we don't feel like we deserve salvation. We don't feel like we deserve God's love because I still think about what I did way back when. Am I in the house inside here? If you don't deal with it now, it's going to afflict you later on. Let me get out of here because that's the problem. See, barbs in your eyes, what do they imply? They imply altered vision. I don't want to be in a great place in the God but not be able to have clear vision about my surroundings. I need vision so that I can discern friend from foe. When you ain't got vision, everybody your friend. Everybody who speak to you and say something nice to you, you cool with them. And you don't know sometimes that everybody who come around you smiling ain't your friend. And because sometimes we're in such need of friendship, y'all better get me. We're in such need of intimacy. We're in such need of validation. It don't matter who they are. If they come to me and speak the right thing, you're going to be automatically connected to me. Then we get mad because then they find out that who you thought was a sheep, y'all believe me, was a wolf the whole time. Because if you ain't got vision, you can't discern friend from foe. Can I speak the word to y'all real quick? And I'm going to say this, and then this may get on YouTube, and it's true. That's why I don't always connect with every pastor. It is not something about film, but it's got to be organic. It's got to be organic. It's got to be something that we connected in the spirit. If we can be cool without being friends. That's what we got to learn inside church, man. You can be cool with somebody not being a friend. I can't be friends with everybody. We ain't the same. We're not thinking the same way. It don't mean I'm better than you. It just means I'm different. It's fine. I learned I can't be friends with certain people if you ain't doing nothing. I can't be friends with you. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you gonna get mad at me and say, why you ain't call me? That's my conversation. Why you just forgot all about me. You don't call me. I said, man, I'm busy. I got 2 kids, a wife, you going to school, I got a job, I got a church. Sometimes I can't call you all the time. Most of the time people I call is about business anyway. Am I right, Shawn? Am I right, John? It's about business anyway. I got 3 very good friends. We talk about 3 times a month, 3 times a year. We'll speak for hours. There's one of them. We'll stay on the phone the whole day and won't call each other again for another 3-5 months. And we don't never be like, why you acting funny? Why you ain't called me? Dude, you got stuff and I got stuff to do. And I'm 36 years old. I don't need a lot of friends. I'm being real with you. I don't need a lot of friends. I don't need all those people because I don't have time. People say, you better watch out that person, pastor. Don't worry, they ain't getting that close anyway. I got layers you got to get past to get that close to me anyway. Pastor, watch out for that person. Baby, they ain't getting that close anyway. I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. I got some discernment. I can see some things. They got to go through some layers to get to me anyway. I'm going to preach. I can get out of here. I'm going to preach y'all about the law of access. You got the right to deny people access to yourself. That's right. Amen. You got to minister to everybody. You got to love everybody. But you got the right to deny people access. If you say, well, Pastor, that ain't right, Jesus wasn't like that. Jesus had thousands of disciples. He had 12 that were close to him. He told something to the 12. He didn't tell the multitude, did he? Then the Bible says he had 3 of those 12 who were really close. He had circles, didn't he? Everybody couldn't get that close. The reason why Judas was able to betray him, because he was that close to him. He said, it was my familiar friend. It was somebody right next close to me. He said, I allowed it because he knew he needed Judas. But guess what? We allow 5 Judas in our life that God did not ordain because we want so many friends. Let me move on. Yeah, y'all can bury on that when we move on. You see, this is the thing. We need the ability to see blessings from curses and opportunities from obstacles. There are too many Christians that have breakthrough with blurred vision. They have no idea where they're going. They can't see what God is doing in this season. So what they do, they seek a prophet. The word prophet in the Old Testament means a seer, somebody who can see. They seek one because they got no vision for themselves. Now I'm going to tell you something. When you got no vision for yourself, people can take advantage of you. Prophets can take advantage of you if you have no vision for yourself. Because whatever you tell me, it should in some kind of way God say, yeah, that's right. But if I have no vision for myself, I can't even see. And whatever you tell me, I'm going to do. Get mad at me. And when you don't deal with your issues and obstacles assigned to your level, because sometimes we're too afraid, sometimes we're too lazy to fight, later on you're going to find yourself trying to feel your way around because you have no idea where God wants you to be and what God wants from you. Proverbs 28, 29, and 18 says, you can write that down. Proverbs 29 and 18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Can I tell y'all something in your household? If you have no vision for your marriage, it's probably going to perish. Pastors got no vision for that church, the church going to perish. You got no vision for your kids, they might perish. That's why I say you better be the biggest cheerleader they got. You gotta be talking to your child, say, what do you want to be? What do you want to do? You gotta have vision. Somebody say vision. I'm gonna get out of here. You gotta have vision. You need sight and insight to survive. You need vision to live. If you don't deal with your issues now, they will blind you later on. And he also said that there will be thorns in your side. Paul said that the thorn in the flesh came to buffet me. Now we look at that word buffet. What does it mean? Not buffet, not buffet. It's buffet. It's buffet. Now, what does it say? So we use that term, we throw it out, right? You know scripture. People say, I know the word, I know the word, I know the word. Good. You know the word when it says, you know what it means. What does buffet mean? Buffet means that it means to strike repeatedly and to beat down. Paul said, God gave me a thorn, Brother DeMarcus. He said, and this thorn, it was something spiritual, it was something physical, but it was beating him down all the time. It buffeted him. It struck him repeatedly. What you ignore today, I preach it to you, will beat you down tomorrow. God sent Paul a thorn to keep him humble, but the thorn that oppressed the people of the children of Israel came as a result of unfinished business. You must deal with your issues now, or they're going to beat you down later. Your lack of prayer life is going to beat you down as soon as you get a breakthrough. Your pride will beat you down as soon as you get exalted. Your lust will beat you down as soon as you get cleaned up by God. The double-mindedness that you have, that you ignore today, will afflict your decision-making tomorrow. The disobedience that you don't deal with today will disqualify you for blessings tomorrow. All that stuff I said, if you don't deal with it now, it's going to come back when you get blessed. If you double-minded now, guess what happens when you get some money? Your decision-making is messed up. Your lack of discipline now is going to mess you up later on in your life. You see, this is a problem. That season where you ignore stuff, the next season they're going to show back up. It don't just disappear because you ignore it, because you hide it from the world, and you lie to yourself about its existence. It's still there waiting to beat you down when you least expect it. This is why there are people that are used by God mightily. Hear me real quick. People are used by God mightily, and they fall into some crazy stuff at the height of the ministry. You ever wonder why Jim Baker? Who's the other guy? The one that played the piano and stuff like that, the song. Y'all know. Something like Jimmy Swaggart. Do you wonder, Lord, they get that for a ministry? And this stuff brings them down. And what we think is, because they got very high, the devil brought stuff to them. Let me tell you something. It was already there. And you can try to change what's at the top layer. Man, you are what you are before you got here. That's truth. That's truth right there. You were already there. People say he got rich and powerful, thought he could do no wrong. No. They've been having lust issues way back when, man. And what you ignore today, it embarrasses you later on. That's what we don't want to do. That's what we don't want to deal with things. And so it's going to manifest themselves later on. But if you deal with it now, you can rest easy later. Go ahead and play me. I'm going to go ahead and get out and through. If you drive them out now, you can enjoy the good land later. I don't want, my wife, thank God, God bless us where, we ain't struggling like we used to struggle before when we first got married. Let me tell you something. You can add money to a relationship, but if y'all got issues, it's going to stay right there. Aren't they? Don't matter. Y'all be fussing on vacation. My wife had to kill me about this. Said, now we work